Hi everybody. On March 19th, while I was in Warsaw, Poland, I received an urgent call from Pastor Krzysztof Zaremba, the lead pastor at the Warsaw North Church. He told me that his good friend, Pastor Dmitry who is a Ukrainian pastor, had been arrested and taken away by the Russian forces. From that moment on, people on both sides of the ocean began to pray. They were informed of what's going on, and the church went into action with prayer, praying for his release. Today, I would like you to listen to the testimony of Pastor Dmitry as he shares a small part of his story. This was recorded just a few days ago. As you listen, please take this as a reminder to pray for the believers in Ukraine, and in particular for the leaders and pastors.
Hello friends, I just want to share my story, but first of all I want to say thank you so much for your prayers, for your support. And when I was in prison, I feel this very, very much. I don't know what was going on outside in the world, but I knew that God was with me. And you all know what is going on in the Ukraine right now. It's war there. It's horrible war. But our city was taken in the first day when the Russian troops marched into the Ukraine. So we were in occupied city for over 3 weeks before they arrest me. And the first 2 weeks was very hard time for our city because the stores was robbed. We have no gas on the gas stations. The pharmacies was robbed. So we were trying to help people to survive. Our church was full of people because the church wall is very thick, and we decided that people can stay in the church. And we had a basement where the children was all day long, and the nights also, because there was a lot of fighting going on around. So we were cooking meals, feeding people through the day, helping them to stay overnight, and that was our job, preaching, praying, and trying to encourage people because there was a lot of hard stuff going on in their life. But on the March 19, they came to my house. The Russians came into my house and arrested me and took me to prison. And I spent there 8 days. And of course there was some interrogation and all this good stuff. And the place that I was very horrible, I can say. I don't want to explain the whole thing, but one thing I want to say, I know that people were praying for me. And before I went to prison, I was preaching in my church, preaching about the peace of God, that we really need the peace of God. And I was preaching about the thing that we have to choose gladness and happiness, no matter what, because it's the biblical truth. So when I got into the prison, for me, it was a very good practical thing, so I can practice my gladness when I was in prison. And I was really experiencing the peace of God because people were praying, because I was praying in the prison. I was fasting for 5 days. And one night I woke up laughing, and it's unusual for me, but I think God was really working. I had no fear, and when I speak with the Russian secret services, they can tell that I don't have a fear. And finally they let me out. I'm not going to explain the whole story, but they let me out on the 8th day in the evening, and I came home to my family, and they were very happy about this. And we stayed in our city in Melitopol for another 10 days, helping the church and preparing for our escape from our city. And when they let me out from the prison, they still come into my house, and they talk with me, and they really want me to work with them. But we decided to leave Ukraine and go out from the Ukraine into Poland. And they did not allow us to go through the war zone because they said there's some issues with the military guys, and they really want to kill you, so you will not cross the war line. So they said only way you can go out from Melitopol, you have to go through the Russian territory. So it took us 7 days to travel from Melitopol to Warsaw through all the Russian borders. And on each border there was interrogation for several hours. The first border was like 8 hours of interrogation. The whole family was been asked different questions and everything. And we were thinking that I will go to prison for the second time. But thank God, God had mercy for me. And one more time, I want to say thank you so much for praying and fasting and doing everything you can to help me. And now we are in Warsaw, and thank God we're in a safe place, and we can minister to people. We're still working with people in our church and in our city because we still have services in our church. We have a very good team that is there. But we coordinating right now people that escaping from our city. We're helping them to escape. We help them with different families so they can stay overnight. When they travel, we help them financially, and they move into different countries. So a lot of work, and please pray more and for all this situation. I know you do, but we really need your prayers. So thank you so much, and God bless you.